Okay, hi guys, how you doing? All right, I want to talk about this classic package redesign. I want to give you some examples because I think this is a little difficult to wrap your head around at first, but I think once you hear me out here, I think it'll become a lot easier. So basically, classic package redesign, what are we going to do? We're going to redesign a package. It's that simple, right? So how do we do that? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take an existing product and we're going to think about how we can make it better. Now, I highly recommend that you take a look at that article, the redesigning the fridge pack. And that was a one of the most successful package redesigns ever. And it quite literally probably made several $1 million, if not in the billions, for the industry. And that's only since 2001. So it's an innovative package design that basically it's not just redesigning for redesigning it. It redesigned the package because it can become more sustainable. It can hold more material. It can become more convenient. In this case, with the fridge pack, you can fit more in the same spot in a refrigerator. So those people who only could buy a 12 pack at a time can now buy a case at a time and store it in the same area within a refrigerator. Really fascinating stuff. So what are we going to do? First thing we're going to do is we're going to say, we're going to go to the research document, and that's located right here in the overview, right here, research document. So we open that guy up, and all you want to do here is you just want to figure out what package you want to redesign. And I'm going to give you an example. In my example, I'm going to redesign this paperclip package here. And I'll give you some tips and tricks there. But anyway, so you're going to go through this, and you're going to answer all of these questions and answer them as in much detail as you possibly can, because it's going to be really interesting once you start really getting into the competition and the actual way that the package is shaped and how it ships and how it's assembled, etc. And until you study that package, you're really going to you won't be able to uncover a lot of these things I'm talking about. Excuse me. Okay, so answer all of these questions and just follow this. It's really self-explanatory. Okay, so then over here, that's step one. Step two is package analysis. So examine packaging. Now, these two steps should occur concurrently. Okay, so it's not like you do the research, then you go, because this will be confusing if you say examine a package that you come in contact with in your everyday life. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to decide what package you're going to redesign, and then you're going to do the research document based on that. So again, step one, step two should be concurrent. So in my situation, I'm going to say, okay, examine a package that I come into with everyday life. Ask yourself if any of those packages could be done better. So I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look at office design. Now I came up with this because I'm looking around this workstation and I'm looking around and I'm saying, okay, I think we can improve this and I can improve this. And I found this paperclip package and I thought, oh, this is definitely going to be improved on. It'll be a great example too. So what we're going to do is, so we examine this. Now remember, if you take a look at the deliverables, part two, step two, doesn't really have a written deliverable, as we can see up here. Submit your research document in step one, and that's due Wednesday night. That's the research document. Then you submit your initial thumbnails by Sunday. So you don't really have to submit anything for this step two. This is just for your own edification here. Okay, so in this particular situation, I would have really completely analyzed this paperclip package, and I would have really gone through a lot of different questions in my head of how can I make it better, why does it need to be redesigned, etc., etc. Then I'll go to the research document, I'll fill that out completely. Then what I'll do is I'll go to my thumbnails, and in my thumbnails, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 6 ideas of how to make this package better. Okay, and I'm going to just give you some examples, okay? And in the example, I'll give you 3 examples. I'm not going to give you 6, but I'll give you a good 3. Okay, so what's wrong with this package? It's flimsy. We all know that when we open up paper clips, they're all stuck together and they get bent, and they're just, once you open them, the package is flimsy. You can't really store it anywhere because it gets crushed, and it's not a great package. It's very cheap, very flimsy. So I've got a couple of ideas where we can redesign this package to make it more less flimsy, more sturdy, more durable to be able to use in the long run, more storable so that it doesn't get crushed when you store it, and more easily accessible so you can access the paper clips without having to destroy the box. As you can see, this box is almost full and it's almost destroyed already. I've only opened it 3 or 4 times. It still doesn't fit together right. Okay, so what are my plans? So I'm going to draw my ideas in these 6 thumbnails. And my ideas, let me give you some of my ideas, okay? So my first idea is this, is that we're going to assemble, okay, we can take a box like this, okay? And this is just a plastic box, all right? And that would be, there's thumbtacks in here. And this has its own inherent problems, of course. But what we could do is we could take that, let me get that, move that down a little bit. We could take this and we could pretend this, we're going to redesign and use the paper clips in here. Okay, so I would draw that out, and that's one, that's a hang pad. We have, I see this little book on my desk, okay? So I'm thinking that, and that would be what my first thumbnail I would draw out. My first thumbnail for one solution. My next would be, okay, I've got this book. It's a little date book. I was thinking that maybe you open it up, you have adhesive pages, okay, and then each paper clip goes next to the last one on the adhesive pages, okay, and then it closes. So you have like 10 or 15 pages of paper clip. There could be some sort of paper on the other side that prevent the pages from sticking together. So you could have some sort of wax paper or something. Okay, so this is easily storable. It's filled with paper clips. You open page to page and they're stuck right on it. You take one off, you use it, you fold this back up, put it away. Okay, a next plan could be some sort of a ribbon, and I would sketch, oh, that would be my sketch 2, sketch that out for my second thumbnail. Third thumbnail, so I got this ribbon here, okay? Now each of my ribbon goes like this, and you fold it up, folds up like that, and each paper clip is adhered to the ribbon, right? So then we can take the ribbon and just take it out like that, take a paper clip, and just keep on taking paper clips off the outside. Now, then when the first fold of the ribbon, you cut it. Okay, then you have then more paper clips, and you just keep on unraveling it like such. And that would be another example of how another thumbnail. A third thumbnail would be something like this. This is a notebook, okay? Now in the notebook, I would have the same idea as the adhesive paper. So you open up the notebook, and this is just covered with paper clips that are adhered to the page, okay? You take one off, you put this, you fold it back up, okay, and this stores right in your file cabinet. Okay, so I would thumbnail that out. And those are the thumbnails. So basically, I've done this. I've done my research in my research document. I've decided which package I want to redesign. Okay, and I've given 6 thumbnails of ideas for the redesign. Okay, and that's all you have to do for Classes Package Redesign Begin project. Okay, next week, in week 2, we'll take the 6 thumbnails and we'll narrow that down into your best 3 ideas, okay? But that's how you approach this project, okay? Hope that makes sense, guys. I've got a little mess to clean up here. I hope I don't step on any thumbtacks while I do that. That wasn't planned, by the way. It just happened like that. So the example couldn't have been any better, right? All right, guys. So any questions, comments, or concerns, and let me know. And be sure to look at the second video for the second assignment, or the exercise for week 1, and that's a story cube. I'll make that video right now and I'll post it. So be sure to view that as well. Any questions, guys, please let me know. Thank you.